I'm Charles Adler with 3 Minutes That Matter. Big chunks of British Columbia under a state of emergency. Wildfires have chased more than 30,000 people from their homes in the scorching hot and dry interior of the Western Canadian province. More than 36,000 people still in their homes, waiting for possible evacuation at any moment. As the wildfires refuse to stop raging, no matter how many Canadians from across the country are in BC right now, exclusively in service of public safety. Planes, helicopters, trucks, fire hoses, ambulances, and doctors and nurses, and thousands of volunteers engaging the climate change age we are living in and will be enduring for the rest of our natural lives. Thinking of everyone in BC and around the world right now involved in service of humanity. We do not have enough organs to transplant into the people waiting and waiting and waiting. So here's the news from a hospital at New York University. Doctors at the Langone Center at NYU have successfully transplanted a genetically engineered pig kidney into a human who had been declared brain dead. Science calls this a landmark step forward. I'm just a civilian, so I'm calling it a miracle. There has been an accident on the moon. Russia's unmanned Luna 25 spacecraft has crashed into the moon after spinning out of control. BBC reports the craft was due to be the first ever to land on the moon's south pole, but failed, and it failed after encountering trouble as it moved into its pre-landing orbit. Preliminary findings show the 800-kilogram lander had ceased to exist. These are the words from a Russian news agency. Ceased to exist as a result of a collision with the surface of the moon. The statement from Moscow said a special commission will now look into why the mission failed. This was Russia's first moon mission in half a century. Russia was part of the Soviet Union back then, and the Russian ruble back then was worth much more than what it is right now. Russian ruble at the moment is worth 1 US penny. Here on Earth in Fulton County, Georgia this week, history will be made. A former US president will surrender to authorities. That's not new. Donald Trump is serially surrendering everywhere, it seems. But this time in Atlanta, Georgia, he won't only surrender to criminal charges, he'll also have his mugshot taken. That's a mugshot of an American president. That's history. History that I hope, and I think we all hope, will never be repeated in any democracy, anywhere on this planet. I'm Charles Adler with 3 Minutes That Matter.